If you're clicking on this video and you've never heard of Upland before, hold on a second. Keep watching though. If you have heard of Upland, make sure to drop your favorite reason why you love Upland down below for a chance to win $10 equivalent in UpX. Okay, back to the newbies. Don't worry, this is not a hazing ritual. I'm just here to show you the single best play to earn game there is out there. Think of me as your friendly tour guide, just without the khaki shorts or oversized hat. We'll go through a couple comparisons with other leaders in the space, and we'll also go through a couple reasons why Upland stands out so far from the others. So buckle up there, cowboy, and get ready to discover why Upland's not just a game, but it's a whole new world. Okay, so let me start by saying I'm Ryan, I'm 22 from Canada, I run a dog daycare and grooming center. I've never had much money to invest, but with what I can, I take the risk. I have never been a fan of crypto, and I'm still not. I've been playing Upland for over 3 years now, and I've tried basically every other game in the play to earn model. First thing I want to get out of the way with Upland is just how easy account creation is. It's literally just email and password, there's nothing else. A lot of these other sites ask you to use MetaMask to connect, and I'm just like, I can't remember my password to all these different sites and exchanges. I also have 2FA with your number, and I mean, honestly, their 2FA system is pretty immaculate. But yeah, so having several wallets with all these different specific tokens that you need to access all these different platforms, it just honestly, it gets so overwhelming. I think I've lost so much money and I have no idea where some of it's went. The other thing I want to talk about is the earning potential Upland offers versus some of these other platforms. For absolutely no cost at all in Upland, you can work your way through their intricate economy and all sorts of different earning avenues. You'll be earning their in-game currency, UpX, for the most part, which can later be converted into US dollars with a PayPal account. We also cover a lot of different ways you can earn on this channel specifically, so make sure to subscribe with notifications on. Of course, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Not everyone per se is earning profit every single day they're in Upland. Upland's framework for property alone spreads out your initial investment over the course of about 6.8 years. Let me explain how that works. Think of this like rent from a tenant. Every 3 hours, Upland will pay you out a portion of your rent. It's the total price paid for the property in UpX divided by 14.7%, the current rate. So it'll pay itself back in 6.8 years. And why exactly would you want to buy one of these properties? Basically giving away your money for 7 years just to get the exact same amount back? Well, you can actually sell this property. So let's just say you held it for a year. You will have earned passive income, this entire time from owning this property, and you can likely sell it in the future for a nice little profit. Every property you own in Upland is earning you passive income as we speak. But what other ways are there to earn if you can't buy more property? Because Upland has such a strong focus on other users creating games and opportunities inside of Upland, you can basically find an endless amount of fun to be had within the platform, all while earning yourself a nice little profit at the exact same time. With staked racing, tycoons, social media platforms that pay you, these all incorporate the fundamentals of Upland, all their assets, their buildings, their land, and they all incorporate play to earn. It is such a unique proposition. Upland as a base game has been evolving massively over the years. If you checked it out 3 years ago, it's an entirely different world than it is now. One massive way is user-generated content. There's some users that make a couple $1,000s a month just alone on user-generated content. Also being introduced very shortly is Metaventure royalty. So backtracking to every single asset ever brought into Upland and sold, there's going to be a royalty forever on that item. So every single time it is sold and purchased, that user who created that asset is going to get a royalty. So what is a Metaventure? It's a shop in Upland, and anyone in Upland can open a shop as long as you own a piece of property and a structure on it. You pay a small monthly rent to the community treasury pool. This is based on what all the other shops just like yours are earning within that same city. You can also create assets such as house blueprints, go-karts. You can create anything related to outdoor decorations and more, all with Blender, and you can import them all into Upland after approval, in which you can then start manufacturing and selling them. Yes, factories in Upland create basically everything from cars to pools to chairs, basically any inanimate object aside from houses and structure ornaments. Which leads me into the next cool part with Upland is that nothing is done fast. Spark, their resource for building, it's the construction token, which is kind of misleading because it's not really a token. It's not on any exchanges yet. And given the utility behind it, you can only imagine what the price will be initially when this token drops. Anyway, Spark builds every inanimate object in Upland, truly. So it can build houses, it can build factories that can manufacture other things with Spark. It'll refuel your car. No, it won't grow grass, there'll be another token for that. It'll be called STEM, I believe. But anyways, when I say this process is slow, I mean it's slow. Do not hold your breath waiting for your building to be finished. If you allocate the maximum amount of Spark on a small townhouse, the fastest it'll be completed is 4 days. Now, there are some smaller structures like a micro house you can finish in 21 hours, but that's the fastest you could possibly finish a building, and you need 24 Spark. To put into perspective how much money that would actually cost you in Spark, it is about 460 USD per Spark, so I'll throw up the math on the screen here. It's a lot of money. But there are ways that you can earn Spark for free. Maybe not 24 Spark, but if you're consistent enough through daily treasure hunting and just logging in every single day, you'll actually earn a lot of free Spark. Now, treasure hunting is only limited to the mobile app right now because some bad actors took advantage on desktop, so they shut it down. But it's also for more than just finding Spark. You can also find UpX and make a good little chunk of UpX while you're at it. All this money gets paid out of the community treasury pool, which is funded through all sorts of different means, and it only keeps growing every day, so Upland is very incentivized to hand out this UpX from the community pool. That's the only proactive way you can earn Spark, but you want to keep your eyes peeled because Upland runs a ton of limited time events, and Spark Week also. There's a bunch of extra ways that you can get your hands on a couple $1,000s worth of Spark. Yeah, to average Joes like you and I, they hand it out like butter. So during Spark Week, leveling up your in-game status will give you a 20% bonus on your Spark. And if any of this is making you consider joining Upland, you don't want to forget to use my referral link. This will give you a 50% deposit bonus when you put any money in Upland. And guys, just buying $5 worth of UpX can jumpstart you past 3 months of grind. Anyways, I could basically talk endlessly about how much Upland has changed my life. I mean, I've made over $100,000 alone in the last 3 years from it. I was a bit early, so there's that to take for granted, but I mean, all the passive money that I earned from Upland is kind of ridiculous. Upland is just such a unique proposition. The community, the games, the platform itself, the team behind them. I'll keep this video as short as possible, but yeah, Upland, it's the best game in the play to earn sector in my opinion.